Hello, my name is Ruby Angulo, and I am the founder of Love Yourself, Others Will Follow. And today I wanted to just show you a little bit more behind the concept of loving yourself and just hopefully help you further understand why I believe it's important to love yourself and why I believe that loving yourself is the beginning to really living the life that we should be living. And in my introduction to my page, I give you an example of how every great building is built from within. Everything was built from within. So I fully believe that if we want to become the greatest at anything we ever, whatever it is that we want to become the greatest in, we have to first learn to incorporate that within so that we can emanate that outside. And so I give you an example of the whole building. Every great building was built from within because we should build ourselves from within so that we can become the great people that we should be and the great people we were intended to be because we were in fact created out of love. And so it's the core of our being. Love really is the core of our being. And I just wanted to create this podcast to just help you understand a little bit more of where I'm coming from when it comes to loving yourself and how it will help you elevate your life to a whole new level. So the point of me transcribing the message to everybody on loving yourself is to break free. Breaking free from what is whatever you're going through in life, whether it be myself. I went through really bad depression and then I learned to love myself, got out of that depression, and or just living an unfulfilled life. Maybe you're not living to the best of your ability. You're living a good life, but not to the best of your ability. You're not in the most loving relationship. And I believe everything starts with you. And so love, self-love will actually help you learn to love people at a better angle, in a better way. And so breaking free from what, that's up to you, whatever you're going through in life. I fully believe that you can also use self-love in business as well because business and belief and vision go hand in hand. And that love is what it really transcribes vision inside ourselves into our mind and then creates it. So loving ourselves is important. Now, there's a lot of other key aspects to breaking free. And for me, when I first broke free was pain. Again, I went through my depression years ago. Pain. I was deep and down to the bottom of what I felt was the bottom of my life, and I had hit rock bottom. Pain. Pain really gave me a boost in wanting to do something else. Changing. Pain then wanted me to change. And because of the pain, I wanted to change it. I didn't want to do that. I needed to change, right? So then I decided to change. But then, after a couple of months, this was before my depression, I just went through the cycle of pain and then changing and then deciding to change. And then a desire just was really high and then it just went back. So then I started my cycle all over again. What happened to me on that my depression when I was sitting on the floor by myself, a voice came inside my head and I believed that that was God and told me the message about self-love. So then I became aware. And awareness is the most powerful thing you will ever come by. Awareness gives you the know-how of how to do something. Because we all know how to do things. We all know what's right and what's wrong. I knew that I shouldn't be living that cycle, but I just didn't know how to stop that cycle. I wasn't aware. And so the point of this is to just give you a little mini preview and just let you hopefully raise your awareness of self-love and why it's important to love yourself because love is what begins everything. Everything you can trickle down to is love, emotions. So, self-love. As you can see there in the center, you're going to see self-love. Over here, confident. If you love yourself, if you truly love who you are as a person, as a being, then you're going to be confident. And because you're confident, you're going to be able to do things you never thought you would. Or things you never thought, or things you didn't do before because you just didn't feel as if you were capable of doing them. If you love yourself, you're going to trust yourself. You're going to trust yourself. After confidence, you can be confident, being trusting, and say, I can do this. Trust yourself. I trust myself in the decisions I make in life. And because you trust yourself, you'll be able to trust other people. You'll be able to trust everything. You'll be able to trust that things happen for you, not against you. Because you love yourself. So if you love yourself, nothing, how could possibly anything bad happen, right? So you're happy. You're happy because you love yourself. You understand things. You understand that the world is for you, not against you. God created you to become the greatest thing you could ever become. God loves you. And so, because you're happy, you then are able to transcend that joy to others. And so other people will be happier around you if you're happy. If you're sad and down and negative, other people around you are going to not be very fond of you. So when you're happy, you're in a better state of mind. And because you're happy, then you're able to transcend that to people around you. And so the people around you will become happier. Now, because you love yourself, you'll understand the concept of loving. And loving really has a lot of aspects to it. Loving is more about giving than receiving. And so once you understand how to love yourself, then you're giving to yourself. And so once you love yourself, you'll be able to also give love to others. And you can't fully love somebody until you've learned to fully love yourself. And because you love yourself and you love others, then you will feel other things that come with that feeling of compassion, of just unconditional love, which is something that we all should strive to get towards, is unconditional love. But because you love others, then you'll see them as the human beings that you are, and you'll be able to relate to them. And you'll no longer be as negative or as critical or just do the things we all have been programmed to do. Criticize people, be angry at people. We will have love towards them because we have compassion towards them as well. When we love ourselves, we respect ourselves. There's boundaries that we shouldn't cross within ourselves. And because of that, we can respect other people too, and boundaries we shouldn't cross with them. And because you love yourself, you become aware of all these things and so many more. I didn't want to include everything. I mean, there's so many aspects of loving yourself, but you become aware of things that have always been there, but you never saw them because you didn't love yourself. Like, for instance, I didn't see that I was a great writer. I believe I'm a great writer. Grammar is not my best aspect of writing and my best tool. I'm not an editor in any way. But I love to write since I was young. I love to write, and I love to write short stories, and you can see in my blog my writing. I was not aware of that. So if I wasn't aware of it because I didn't love myself, then I wasn't able to see my gifts and talents that I had and things I had to give to this world. Because you're aware of things and you start seeing things. You start seeing the possibilities of what your life can be. And so then you go from not really looking forward to days ahead to not really looking forward to everything, because once you love yourself, I mean, you're in a state of bliss, and you know everything happens for you, not against you. And so you're just excited to get the day started. You're excited to get on with your life. even in those moments of trials and tribulations, because you will go through them. Even when you love yourself, you will go through them, but you become aware that you are meant to learn things from those states of being as well. When you go through things, you're going through it because there's a message that you need to learn from it. And you become aware of it then, and then you start seeing that from a whole new, another way. You don't start beating on yourself anymore. You don't start the whole victim mentality. You're aware of a whole new level of things. You start seeing things differently because you love yourself. Love is inside of you, so all you do is see love. You just push out love, and so that's all you're going to get back. You get what you give, right? So this is basically the little mini concept of loving yourself and why it's important to love yourself, and why I believe is the core of our being and the core to any problem or situation or anything that we may have. It comes down at the end of the day to love. Do you love yourself or not? Do you love yourself or not? So I encourage you all to subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't done so already. Loveyourselfotherswillfollow.com. Also to my rubyangulo.com. You haven't visited my blog. That one's more for marketing, business, and things like that. But I encourage you to see it because I believe everyone's their own entity. Again, I go back to loving yourself. Love yourself. You're your own business. You have qualities and virtues that other people don't have, and talents. So I encourage you to go ahead and visit rubyangulo.com. And if you have any questions regarding what you saw today, you can go ahead and comment on my blog, or you can go to my Facebook fan page, Love Yourself, Others Will Follow, and you can go ahead and comment there. Message me as well. You could find me on the Facebook fan page, loveyourselfotherswillfollow.com, or my blogs. You can message me, you can email me. So any questions that you may have, I encourage you to get in contact with me and just really start exploring the concept of loving yourself. Go ahead and look through my blog, read the things I've written, watch the videos that I've created, and start on the journey of learning to love yourself. Because I promise you, it's going to change the way you live. It's going to change the way you look at things. And it's going to just change who you are. But it's going to magnify your gifts and your talents and all the good things that have been in you all along. Love will just push them out, and you will be able to give that gift of yourself to the world and to the people you love and to the people around you. So this is Ruby Angulo with Love Yourself, Others Will Follow. And I encourage you again, love yourself. Everything else is going to follow. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video.